Hey y'all, it's Eric with Line Lawn Care again, and today we're doing a truck video. And hang on just a second, let me pull out of here. Today I'm doing my 2021 lawn care goals. I did this video last year for my 2020 goals, and I just want to make one of these every year. That way I kind of keep track of where I'm at and how much my business has grown. Just kind of make a log for myself. So let's get right into it. My number one goal, and in my opinion my most important goal for this year, is I want to not work as many weekends. Last year I would always get behind during the week due to one factor or another, and I would end up spending Saturday and sometimes even Saturday and Sunday getting caught up for the week instead of spending time with the family. And I want to keep Saturday and Sunday for family time, so have a better schedule. One thing that I'm doing one thing that I'm doing this season to help with that is starting in May, I'm not doing any no bi-weekly services. Oh, got mowing grass here, just slipped. But yeah, so last year I had tons of bi-weeklies, and it just, one week would end up being super overloaded, and the next week I wouldn't have anything to do, or very little to do anyways, and it never really worked out very well. So yeah, I think, and there are a few exceptions, there's 2 or 3 abandoned properties and people that their whole yard is just trees, where it just doesn't grow that much. So I am letting them off the hook on the weekly service, but I've told everybody else, I said I'm not gonna do that this year. So weekly service, getting everything done by Friday, that way I can spend the weekend with the family. Second goal is to keep better books. I don't want to, there were 1 or 2 times last year where I kind of fell behind keeping my books up to date, and ended up having, it was way more headache than it was worth. Then I had to go back through, and yeah, it was horrible. My wife usually does a lot of that stuff for me, and so if I'm good about making a list every week and then handing it in to her on Friday or Saturday, she'll spend 30 minutes to an hour on the computer and enter everything in for me. So and I need to keep better track of my receipts, like how much I spend on gas, that kind of stuff. So I have envelopes in the truck now where I put gas receipts, and then I also have an envelope for equipment or like maintenance style receipt, like if I go buy some oil or whatever, I always get a receipt, put it in the thing, and then my wife's created a spreadsheet, because I'm not good at that kind of organization stuff, and my wife loves that stuff and she's good at it, so I just let her handle that. She has a spreadsheet where she enters in all of my receipts and stuff, and that way I can keep better track, and that way I can know also, because last year I wasn't very good at keeping up with gas receipts. I kept, I don't even want to say most of them, I kept some of them, but I have no idea how much I was spending on gas per month or per week or whatever. And this year already, these first 2 months, first month and a half or whatever, I've already been able to keep track of everything, and I know I'm spending X amount. So just better books, better bookkeeping, I guess. So another goal. Third goal is I want to earn double what I earned in 2020, and it was actually my goal last year to pay myself double what I earned in 2019. And I didn't quite reach that goal. But this year I'm already off to a much better start. I have more regular clients now than I ever did in 2020, and it's the beginning of the season, and that clientele base is just only going to grow as because I could take on another probably dozen clients and still be good schedule wise, as long as I keep on a schedule. So yeah, so I want to earn more money. I don't have a, I mean, I guess I do have a specific goal, because I said I want to earn double what I earned last year, but it shouldn't be that hard. Fourth goal, be in a financial position to purchase a new mower. I want to be specific that my goal is not necessarily to buy a mower, but I want to be in the position to be able to buy a mower. I got an accountant this year that did all of our taxes, and they know better, you know, obviously than probably me or you do, what a good purchase would be this year, for tax reasons and that kind of stuff. So I want to be in that position and be like, you know what, I could do this. I'm gonna go talk to my CPA, and I'll go talk to my CPA, and they'll say, yeah, you know, if you're gonna buy this, do it this way or that way or whatever, you know. I want to have that flexibility. I might not buy a mower this year. I may buy a mower. I don't know. I'm also kind of resigned myself to the fact that there's not really much wrong with the mower that I have right now, except that it's a rough ride. Like, my back starts hurting every now and then using that mower for long periods of time, but it cuts great. It's reliable. You know, there's not a whole lot of equipment that I need this year that I didn't, you know, fill out the trailer with last year. So, and that's kind of leads me into my fifth goal, which is spend less money on quote unquote useless stuff. Like, I would buy things last year thinking that I was going to use it and make money with it, and then I would use it one time and then it sat in the trailer the rest of the year. You know, there's just, and it usually wasn't big stuff either. It was like, oh, I really need this rake or something, you know, some hand tools or stuff that goes in the toolbox that I used one time and never do it. And I could have done it with another tool. It just wasn't the right tool, you know. So I went out and bought the right tool, used it one time, and it was like, okay, well, I just wasted $30 on a specific socket or whatever. So I'm trying to trim back on that kind of stuff, on those quote-unquote useless expenses, where I'm trying to be more frugal and keep more money in the business account than I'm spending, because it was really hard for me last year as a new business owner to not be like, oh, well, the business will pay for that, you know, whatever. So try to be more frugal with that, and that part of that bookkeeping goal is keeping me accountable, because all of those receipts get turned in every week and accounted for every week. So and my last goal for this year is more YouTube videos. I'm already doing that. I don't know if I want to set a specific goal for that, like, you know, make 2 videos a week or 1 video a week or whatever. Definitely not anywhere close to a video a day, or even like a video every other day. You know, that's just not, I don't have the time for that, so, or the gumption to do it. But maybe a video a week or something like that. Just I think that could be good. And you know, my YouTube channel is as much for me as it is for anybody else that's watching. Like, obviously I want, you know, put my opinion out there, and if anybody gains useful information from it, that's amazing and wonderful, and that's, you know, part of the reason why I put it out there. But it's also for me, I like having, or being able to look back and see how I've grown as not only a person but a business owner and somebody who's relatively new to this industry. You know, looking back even at my 2020 goals, I'm like, man, that I set some really, really high expectations and goals for myself that some of them may have been a little unrealistic. So kind of had these grand visions that I was going to be making, you know, $60,000 or $80,000 a year into my first year in business, and I'm not saying that's not possible, but it was a little unrealistic for me to expect that. And yeah, so I don't know if I expected it, but that's kind of how I set my goals, thinking that it was definitely possible, or definitely probable, let me put it that way. So just setting realistic goals and really working hard to get to them is how I see myself in 2021. And I'm really looking forward to this year. 2020 was an exciting year for me, despite COVID and the pandemic and all that stuff. It was difficult, but it was my first full season in business, so I really enjoyed it. And just even more excited for this year, because starting off on the right foot. I got all but one of my customers back from last year, and then I got another 5 or 6 already that are going to be regular recurring customers. I got a couple more than that, but they were one-off jobs or whatever. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Get out there and start mowing, get out there and work your tails off, and make that money. So see you guys later. Bye.